Merci mon Juice, bon courage, j'espère que tu vas bien mec. Bam, bam, bam. J'espère que tu vas bien, bon courage, bon petit déj, tout ça. Et puis à tout à l'heure. À tout à l'heure bro. À ce soir. Damn, 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 damn. C'est vrai qu'il est genre... il est 8h, 8h47 chez toi, c'est ça? Bientôt 9h? Ou 1 heure de moins encore, je crois. En tout cas, merci de passer mec, j'espère que tu vas bien. On va finir l'Eyes of P aujourd'hui. Peut-être que quand tu seras revenu tout à l'heure, je serai encore sur le boss. Hein. Attention. Bam, 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 bam. Bon, il nous reste que le dernier boss du jeu. Et puis après, on verra ce qu'on fait, les bros. Hein. Selon l'envie, c'est toujours mieux. Comme ça, euh, comme ça, on est yimbe. Bon, j'espère que vous allez bien pour ceux qui sont là. Bonjour, tout ça. J'espère que vous avez passé un bon mercredi soir. Hier, j'ai pris ma soirée, c'était cool. C'était cool. Bam, bam, bam. J'ai pu m'écraser comme une merde. C'est bien aussi. Bam, 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 bam. Bon, comme je disais, du coup, il faut qu'on ait ce boss Lies of P. Et puis après, on décidera. Il nous restera RE4 à finir. Mais est-ce qu'on remplacerait pas direct Lies of P par quelque chose? Affaire à suivre. Déjà, battons ce boss. Down, 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 down. Déjà, go battre ce boss là. Bon, hier on est passé 1 heure voir le boss. On a les clés maintenant. Maintenant, il ne reste plus. Il ne reste plus qu'à faire. Qu'à faire les chauves. Alors, je lance le jeu. Bé, 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 bé. Mm, 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 mm. Down, down, down. Il y a eu un truc du cloud avec la synchronisation de la sauvegarde, j'ai eu peur. J'ai eu peur, je me suis dit c'est bon, terrible, ah, plus de sauvegarde. Hop là. Ah ouais, désolé, je vous coupe la musique comme ça et tout. Attendez, attendez, attendez. Ça arrive très fort là, c'est imminent. Si j'arrive à faire mon alt-tab sans qu'on me pète les couilles. Ouais, yo, ouais. Bon, il y a le son du jeu direct, vu qu'on s'est arrêté dessus hier. OMG. Bon, ça va être un boss fight, ça peut durer 150 ans. Comme ça peut durer 5 minutes. Bam, 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 bam. Bon, la P1, maintenant, on l'a. On sait ce qu'on a à faire, tout ça, machin. Là, il nous faut la P2. Donc, voilà. Oh putain, on va attaquer direct. Bon, normalement, je me fais laver le cul dans les premiers tries, tout ça. Ça va être incroyable.
I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you have gone astray. Troublesome little puppet. Your freedom is not for you, but for Carlo.
Voilà.
How dare you?
Grosse ambiance directe, hein.
Nothing more.
Ah. Ah, je voulais me soigner.
I'll turn you into a
Je voulais me soigner, je voulais me soigner. Allez, 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 allez. Soyons sérieux là. Bam, 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 bam. Bon, un bon premier essai en vrai. Ah, j'ai raté.
You can become a
Prendre l'âne.
real human. Come to me, my son.
Genre, il a brisé ma garde.
Bound to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Bam, bam, bam.
I know you.
Bon, grosse ambiance, hein. On arrive directement dessus là. Ça, quel plaisir, hein. Non, j'ai encore oublié d'activer le truc. Oh, c'est pas grave.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
J'ai pas... J'arrive pas à récupérer ma stam. Là c'est inévitable, hein.
Your freedom is not for you, but Carlo.
Genre j'ai réussi à bloquer son coup rouge.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Mais
So, bring it.
je tourne sur la gauche exprès quand il me fait ses attaques de mort là. Il faut que je m'applique sur la P1. Faut pas, parce que je la passe facilement, que je fasse des trucs crades. Putain, mais quelle plaie,
You can become a real
tout
human.
simplement.
Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Raté. Ok. C'était pas mal le petit art de fable là.
You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Ouh. Non mais... Il me brise la garde, c'est terrible. suis censé le parer, hein. Je suis censé le parer, le man, hein. Non, je tape ma roulade. Oh, tape. En fait, je suis en retard sur pas mal de time, hein. Pas mal de timing, je me fais laver le cul. Encore. Putain. Mais arrête de frapper! Laisse-moi frapper! Bordel à cul!
The next evolution is coming. A world of truth, not lies.
J'ai raté le... J'ai raté le timing. J'ai raté le timing, je troll. Je troll. Non! Bon ok, je commence à comprendre. Plutôt que d'y aller comme un bourrin là. Plutôt que de subir le moindre de ces combos. Mais il y a forcément un moment où je prends un coup parce que ce soit gauche ou droite, si je choisis un côté, il fait toujours une dinguerie sur un des deux.
You can become a real human.
On va vivre avec.
Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Allez, parade parfaite, ça y va, hein. Ah.
I knew you had gone astray.
Putain.
Troublesome little puppet.
Ok.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Aurais-tu le décalé? Putain les gars, promis un jour je vais l'avoir. Bam bam bam. Ouh, dernier boss de merde. Ok.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you have gone astray. Troublesome little puppet.
Voilà. Allez, dors. J'ai raté l'attaque spé là, quand il est stun. J'ai raté. C'était étrange.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Ouais, genre je prends la dernière. Ok, celle-là c'est celle où on a une indication. Non, il aurait fallu que je me soigne. Oh putain.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories. I know you've gone astray.
Voilà. Ok.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Putain.
The next evolution is coming. A world
Non. Ah, la saloperie.
I will help you as much as I can. Of course. Please, save Cross.
Inévitable ce truc ou... Putain. Allez.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets, but Carlo's memories within you. I know you had gone astray. You troublesome little puppet.
Ok.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Non mais... Ouh! C'est horrible. Je double V pour roulade sur le côté et non, ça le fait pas. Putain. Allez. Allez. Bon, belle entrée en matière en tout cas. Ça fait extrêmement plaisir de se retrouver là-dessus directement. Super. Énorme.
Come to me, son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you had promised strength, you troublesome little puppet. Your freedom is not free. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Non! Oh vas-y frère. Je viens d'arriver, je lui mets une dose, direct après il me bute. À l'aide. Putain, c'est une plaie. Connerie.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Putain, je peux pas.
I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you had gone astray, you troublesome little puppet.
Même en tournant sur la gauche, c'est dead. Faudrait que je sois méga loin.
Your freedom is not free.
Ok. Ok, j'ai gardé la fable pour la 2. C'est pas mal. Et j'ai perdu une popo, je crois. Ouais, c'est ça.
You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Oh, ce que je viens de faire. Éclaté au sol, ce que je viens de faire. J'ai repeint la map. Mais... Oh! truc là. Oh, j'ai tenté un truc d'idiot au milieu là. Ça aurait marché, ça aurait été incroyable. En vrai, si j'apprends le timing de parade du katana, c'est vrai que je peux faire la P2. Hmm. C'est vrai que je peux faire la P2 un peu plus tranquille, quoi. Allez!
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Le coup d'épaule, ta mère.
I never found you in the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memory within you.
Allez, vas-y.
I know you have gone astray. Troublesome little puppet.
Putain, 2 popos, limite 3 quoi. Il va y en avoir 3. Très mauvais try. Très mauvais try.
Your freedom is not for you, but for Carlo.
Allez.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
On est rentré une.
Oh, I forgot to mention this later. I am usually the source of news.
Putain, j'ai rentré une garde parfaite. En vrai, c'est pas mal avec le contre et tout, mais oh, ce timing. Bon. Allez, rapide, 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 rapide.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Voilà, là t'es
The
électrocuté.
Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memory within you.
Et
I know you have gone astray. You troublesome little puppet.
ah, il s'est heal. Ça, j'étais obligé de me la prendre.
Freedom is not for you, but for Carlo. So
Oh, éclaté encore. Putain. Outre. Moi, j'ai pas donné mon cœur à Gepetto là, comme ça le jeu est fini, fin de LAN. Tout va bien, la vie est belle.
you can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets. Carlo's memories.
Il a cancel la troisième. Putain.
I know you have gone astray. You troublesome little puppet.
Il a cancel la troisième. Ça me
How
fait chier
dare
ça.
You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Ah, intéressant. Quand je trouve à la limite du combo. Ah.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Jane, the original Moon.
Regarde, j'ai plus d'énergie, j'ai plus rien, la vie est dure. Je ne peux rien faire contre ça, putain. Ah, pourquoi quand je roule, je me retrouve dos à lui, ça me casse les couilles.
The next evolution is coming. World of truth, not lies.
I will help as much as I can. Of course.
Cette attaque, j'avais pas le timing. Super. Quand elle fait son estoc là vers l'avant là. Créature de mort. Bam, 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 bam. Mais j'ai un problème de stamina et ça me casse les couilles. Sauf que j'ai pas envie de troquer une amulette contre un truc de stamina. Trop de fois où je me retrouve dans le jus quoi. Alors que là je suis parfait. Est-ce que je peux mettre un truc un poil plus lourd? Légèrement lourd. Ok. Bam, 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 bam. Putain, c'est du point 2, hein. Ça se joue sur point 2, quoi. Et que là, on est parfait, faut rien toucher. En fait, ça manque un poil d'endurance pour moi, là. Comme ça, je peux faire un petit peu plus d'esquive.
Come to me, my son.
Et de parade.
I never bound you to the Grand Covenant with the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you had gone astray. Troublesome little puppet.
Voilà, là, j'ai pas grid, ça s'est bien passé. Une popo.
How
Pourrait
dare
être mieux, mais
You're
c'est très
just
bien
a
ce qu'on a fait là.
puppet. Nothing more.
Voilà, là j'ai plus de garde, j'ai plus rien, j'ai plus d'endu.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Jane, the original Moon.
Et il me brise trop souvent. Ça c'est inévitable. C'est terrible. Ah là je peux rien faire. L'énergie remonte trop doucement. Ah putain. Bam, bam. La casse-couille. Ok.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Ah, trop tard la parade.
I never bound you to the Grand
Ah, chier.
Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Je me
I
barrer.
know you have gone astray. Puppet.
Bon, trail de merde.
Your freedom
On va quand même le
is
faire,
not
mais...
for you. Carlo,
Trail de merde. Bam, bam, bam.
how dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Legion, the worship you.
Celui-là il sort d'où là? Ah, je pensais qu'il allait partir en charge directe. Mais je tourne assez vite pourtant. J'avais plus de stamina pour courir, tu me diras. Putain, connard. Allez, je veux m'en débarrasser là. Hop là.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Allez, allez.
I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you had gone astray. Troublesome little puppet.
Voilà. Ça c'était de la bonne P1 ça.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Mais pourquoi? Waouh. Pourquoi ma roulade s'est pas faite sur le côté et elle s'est faite devant? Voilà. Bam. Putain, je me baffe dessus avec ce boss de merde, hein. C'est terrible, hein. Bam, bam, bam. On se prépare une petite merde, là. Ah là là. Bam, bam. Bon, je me prépare une petite merde, on y retourne. Il m'a tendu le bro, là. Bam, bam, bam. Ça fait une petite pause pour la musique là. Et Gepetto. Bon, après, je l'entends plus le Gepetto, mais toujours la même phrase à chaque fois qu'on lance. Là, il y a un moment. Ça va partir sur Spotify en fait. Hein. Hum, 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 hum. Ah, j'ai eu un pur try. Et sinon, le reste, c'était vraiment moyen. Allez.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you had gone astray. Troublesome little puppet.
C'est de la merde.
Freedom is not for you, but for Carlo. No father.
Vraiment de la crotte. Allez hop. Go la phase 2 là.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Mais Ouah, je tape une roulade, vous voyez bien que je la lance quoi. Oh la barre. Please. Bon, note à moi-même, ne jamais se retrouver contre un mur. Hmm. L'arène est assez grande en plus, mais vu que je joue pas en mode je cours, j'attends, ben c'est compliqué quoi. Putain, ça manque de stamina. Bam, bam, bam.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you have gone astray. Troublesome little puppet.
Je vais la prendre. Celle-là, je suis obligé de la prendre. Genre.
Freedom is not for you.
Ouais. Trail de merde de toute façon. Bam, bam, bam. Trail de merde, j'ai oublié d'utiliser la pierre aiguisée électrique.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Je l'ai raté.
I know you've got strength. You troublesome little puppet.
Putain. Je crois que j'allais foirer cette phase là, ça aurait été immonde.
You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Ouais, si je vais vers l'avant, c'est même pas la peine. Ah ouais. Même pas elle te stun celle-là, juste elle te retire la moitié de tes PV. Mais... Wouah, oh, le timing de merde. C'est pas le timing de son truc de merde, j'en peux plus. Putain. Ouh, elle m'a énervé. Ouh, elle m'a énervé la créature. Bon, vous m'excuserez. On passe en mode... On passe en mode tête dans l'écran, nos casquettes là. Bam, bam, bam. Dire pas quoi. J'en reviens pas.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Saloperie. Je vais péter un câble. Les bros, je vais péter un câble. Pourquoi j'ai pas fait le pupu là? J'ai pas donné mon cœur à Gepetto là.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets. Because of Carlo's memories within you. I knew you had gone astray. You troublesome little puppet.
Voilà.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Oh, je n'ai pas ce timing, c'est terrible. Let's go! Let's go! Ah! Voilà! Il m'a tué. Non, c'est vraiment la fin là. Ah! Mais non!
Were you going to destroy Carlo's heart?
Carlos Hearts! Patate de forain! Incroyable.
No. You're just a useless puppet.
Jusqu'au bout, le fils d'up. Voilà, bravo! Bravo, il est fini! Incroyable. Non, en vrai, très bon jeu.
Et tu n'as rien fait pour chercher à me plaire. Je t'aime autant, d'un amour ardent, dont rien, je le sens, ne pourra me défaire.
Bon, en vrai, cool, hein?
Tu seras
Finito, hein? En vrai, bête de jeu. Je regarderais bien un truc sur la story, mais...
Comme en rose.
I
Est-ce
have
que,
a final report on
ah.
the Crot experiment.
You certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
I think we have a new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. Ah, and when I return, I will find her. For sure. Another key of ours. Dorothy.
What? Vous ne pourrez plus continuer votre partie actuelle si vous en commencez une nouvelle. Je ci-dessous ne seront pas hérités tous les objets à collecter. Hein, une boîte d'approvisionnement de crottes, collection de vignes. Ok, vas-y. Annuler. Si je fais annuler, c'est comment là? Bam, 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 bam. Il me remet à l'hôtel. À l'hôtel crotte! Ça se trouve, il y a des trucs à la fin. Attendez, c'est peut-être pas la fin du tout, hein. Peut-être parler à v'là les gens, hein. C'est la fin. Les gens veulent plus parler. C'est terrible. Putain, le passage derrière le tableau. Bon bah, ouais, bête de jeu. Bête de jeu à faire, dispo sur le Game Pass, incroyable du cul. Le dernier boss, il est bien savoureux. Bon, quand t'as compris, ça passe. L'avant-dernier aussi. Et puis sinon, ben, il est joli, il est opti. Juste quand t'as envie de jouer à l'épée, ben, t'attends 3 quarts game avant d'avoir une arme potable, quoi. Enfin, une arme potable, une nouvelle arme. Parce que ça, des armes lourdes, il y en a, hein. Et ouais, comme je disais juste avant, je regarderais bien un truc sur la story, mais faudrait que je trouve une bonne vidéo. Bam, 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 bam. On va le désinstaller, t'as vu? Bam, 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 bam. Bon, ça régale. Ça régale. Je savais qu'il fallait que je sois frais, direct. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, est-ce que du coup on commence tout de suite les aventures de Léon Lecon? Bam, 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 bam. Sinon on peut se faire un peu de... Bam, 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 bam. Soit TM, soit PUBG, je sais pas. Je vais aller chercher un café, je vais voir ce qu'on fait. Bam, 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 bam. Bon, j'espère que le petit boss de Lies of P, ça a régalé. Pour ceux qui le verront après, régalez-vous. Et puis prenez le jeu parce qu'il est incroyable du cul. Voilà. J'arrive. À tout de suite. Heureux. Alors. Bam, 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 bam. Je pense que ce sera du PUBG, mais avant, je regarderai bien euh, Histoire, Lies of P. Bam, bam, bam. Je sais qu'il y a plusieurs fins, il y a genre 3 fins. Damn, damn, damn. Histoire de Lies of P, 36 minutes. Ah ouais, hein. Bam, bam, bam. Oh putain, il fait des bruits de bouche. On va pas pouvoir écouter ça, c'est mort. Bam, bam, bam. Dun, 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 dun. Là, on a 13 minutes et on a les 3. On a les 3 fins, mais j'ai pas d'explication d'histoire. Lauren Story. Ah! Ok, j'ai un truc. J'arrive les gars. Hop! On modifie la scène, on fait les trucs, vous voyez ce que je veux dire. Pourquoi j'ai pas de capture d'écran là-dessus? J'ai pas de capture d'écran là-dessus? Ah, c'est là que j'en ai. Hop. On va regarder un truc sur toutes les fins et un truc qui va nous aider à la compréhension de l'histoire. Parce que y a des bails que j'ai pas trop saisi, t'as vu? Bam, 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 bam. Il faut que je mette le son de la vidéo, c'est mieux. Voilà.
Good Souls-like, Lies of P has a few different endings, each with cryptic details to uncover and explain. The ending you get is determined by your choices in the game and the lies or truths you tell. In this video, I will be going through each of the 3 endings and explaining them, from the straightforward facts to the obscure details to even the sequel hints. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, feel free to subscribe to see more content like this. Obviously, be warned for spoilers. In all the endings, we fight our way up the Alchemist's stronghold for a climactic battle with the head of the Alchemists,
Ok, bon
Simon
ça on a
Pistrus
compris.
Manus. Simon is the main cause for the petrification disease spreading throughout Krat. He used the resulting ergo to try to become a new evolved life
Ça
form
on a
that would usher
compris.
in a world without lies.
Tout
He
va
definitely
bien.
had deep-seated issues from childhood, but I don't want to delve further into that here since he is the same in all the endings. His story and the trials of Krat are just the backdrop for the more real or personal story going on with our character and Geppetto. After defeating Manus and traveling down the elevator, there is a chance to get any one of 3 different endings. 2 of them are extremely similar, and one is more distinct and darker. I will start with that last one. The ending is titled Real Boy. They all lived happily ever after. This ending can be acquired regardless of what choices you make throughout the game. All you have to do is, here at the end, choose to give Geppetto your heart when he asks for it. He will then take your heart out and put it into a body he brought along in his box, which will then revive as a kind of evil or destructive Carlo. Carlo was the name of Geppetto's real son and the name of the writer of Pinocchio, and his heart is the one that powers your
Ok.
puppet body in-game. We then see the new, revived Carlo murder everyone still remaining at Hotel Krat, at the behest of Geppetto. All of our friends and companions are slaughtered in cold blood. Then they are replaced with lifeless puppets who all exist to serve us, or Carlo. And even in this ending, when Geppetto is reunited with his long-dead son, the one who he kind of abandoned in life, he goes away again. He leaves a letter saying that he will make Krat safe for us, talking about the petrification disease like it's a minor nuisance. This ending is very obviously bad-coded. The new Carlo seems to be a puppet slave for Geppetto, despite being called a real boy, the dream of the original Pinocchio from the fairy tale. This Carlo kills the companions his heart grew to trust and work with, all because he was asked or told to by Geppetto, an absentee father who we see in memories the real Carlo hated.
I don't care if an old man like that kicks the bucket.
En vrai,
We might get a human
en
body
vrai,
of
cool.
some kind in this ending, or otherwise become a real person in some way, but it is clear we are really just a puppet dancing on someone else's string, namely Geppetto's. Sophia
le résumé,
remarks
là.
at the end, asking us,
Is this truly the
Voilà, moi
future
c'est
we
Sophia là,
wanted?
please. Je voudrais savoir
fair to
qu'est-ce qu'elle
say
branle là.
this is a bad ending, and it does give us the post-credits cutscene, but I want to wait to cover each ending before delving into that. So, we saw what happens when you give your heart to Geppetto. If, on the other hand, you refuse his request, you can get one of two different endings. If you answer most of your choices throughout the game by telling the truth, you will get what I want to call the good-ish ending, titled Free from the Puppet String. And just
Alors,
a
est-ce que j'ai eu la
note, lots
meilleure
of the
fin?
online guides say different things about how to get this and the next ending, claiming you need to always tell the truth or always lie or other requirements that I don't think
Parce
are
que j'ai
true.
dit toute la
I
vérité,
know
rien
you
que la
can get the
vérité, hein,
next
moi.
ending by lying only most of the time, you don't need to always lie, so I think you can get this ending by telling the truth just most of the time. And
Damn,
probably
damn.
not killing Sophia when she asks, but I'm less certain about that requirement. So once you refuse Geppetto, he will release
Ah, il
the
fallait pas
nameless
tuer
puppet
Sophia?
on you. We learn from its ergo that the nameless puppet was the first puppet made by the old man that was mounted with a P organ. But because it was destructive, it was not chosen for the boy's body and sealed away. Geppetto takes it out as a last resort to get the heart from us. In his dialogue we hear during the fight, Geppetto reveals that he gave us his son Carlo's heart. He didn't bind us to the Grand Covenant, the set of rules that most puppets have to follow, so that the heart would grow while having freedom. This was so it could one day be used to revive the real Carlo, and that he wouldn't be burdened by the Grand Covenant, I assume. We learn earlier in the game that puppets are powered by ergo, which can come from people, especially those afflicted by the petrification disease. Sometimes a human ego can awaken within a puppet, especially if the puppet looks like the original person. Geppetto likely tried this with our puppet body, but as he points out, we never got Carlo's memories. Though if we did, we would probably hate Geppetto anyways, so probably not too good of a plan for him. While we don't have his memories, Geppetto remarks how he did inherit Carlo's personality, since
I suppose Carlo was mischievous.
that's not enough, so Geppetto wants to use Carlo's heart, a whole mess of ergo,
Okay.
and the Arm of God artifact to make the new psycho killer Carlo we see in the bad ending. And if that's his ideal version, Geppetto probably doesn't want the real Carlo back anyways. Blinded by his grief and possibly just a selfish person in general, he just wants the puppet version of Carlo he sees in his head, one who will come live as a family with him and do what he says as his father. Once the nameless puppet gets to phase 2, we anime slice its head off, and it erupts in golden ergo, losing the strings Geppetto controlled it with. Once we beat its second phase, we get a cutscene where it gets to beat us in combat, lame. It is about to stab us through the heart, but Geppetto stops it. The puppet is destructive, so it just wants to body us. But Geppetto can't let any harm
C'est là où
come
je
to
viens de
Carlo's
comprendre le
heart,
truc de,
or he might
de
have to
Carlo
actually
en
face
fait.
the fact that his son is dead and stop running away from it.
Là,
We then
j'aimerais
turn
comprendre
into
le truc à la
Giga-Chad
fin là.
and destroy the nameless puppet's core. So far, all of this has been exactly like what we will see in the next ending. The differences start as Geppetto keels over and we go to support him. In this ending, as we hold the dying Geppetto, he says,
I know it. You're just a useless puppet.
then he dies. This ending concludes here, save for the post-credit scene we will get to later. Geppetto's final line will make more sense when we look at the final ending, but in short, it is about how he views us as nothing more than a puppet. Puppets are supposed to never lie, and in this playthrough, we tell the truth more than we lie. So we basically act like a puppet. We are free from Geppetto's strings, as the name of the ending suggests, but if we want to really see what it's like to leave behind the shackles of puppetdom, we must look at the final ending. The last ending to Lies of P is a rhyme to the game's title. It's called Rise of P. You can get this ending like the
Okay.
previous one by refusing to give Geppetto your heart. The difference is that throughout your playthrough, you need to have lied most of the time, and you likely need to have given Sophia peace when she asked, though again, I'm not as 100% sure on that. Once this ending begins, it is the same as the Free from the Puppet String ending up until Geppetto's death. Here, he still saves us from Nameless, but once we are holding him, something else happens. The camera shows a tear running down our cheek. Geppetto recognizes this and says,
I'm sorry.
before dying. I took this to be about how the lying throughout the game has made us more human. It has caused our heart to grow to the point that we are essentially a real human who can feel human emotions. In this final moment, either our character developed an attachment for Geppetto, or Carlo's heart moves within us and cries at his father's death. Even if he didn't like him, Carlo might still be moved to see Geppetto pass. Geppetto's words recognize this. They show that he now sees us as his son, Carlo. Even if we may not have his memories, we have become a real human who can feel, and we feel his death like a human would. Then we get another cutscene before the credits. Apparently, there's a ready-made Sophia puppet. Maybe not too weird considering Manus was kind of obsessed with her. And we give Ergo to that puppet, returning the favor from the beginning of the game when Sophia gave us Ergo. The Sophia puppet wakes up as we pass out, and she says,
It's so good to see you.
This echoes her first words to us at the game's beginning.
I'm so happy to see you.
After the credits, we can explore and
Oh,
find
est-ce
a
qu'il
note from
explique
her,
un truc sur
but
Sophia,
before we
ce
get to
serait
that,
incroyable.
there is the post-credit scene to discuss. After the credits, we find the man who called himself Giangio on a train. Giangio
Ah, il
is
fait
the name
pas
of one
de
of the
passage sur
characters
Sophia.
in the original Pinocchio story, but we see here that the character is actually
Bon, en
called
vrai, la vidéo est bien.
Paracelsus, and he is communicating with someone from an outside organization. Philippus Paracelsus, or Paracelsus, is the name of a real-world Swiss physician, alchemist, and philosopher from the 1500s. When we first
Okay.
met Giangio, he pretended to be an alchemist pretending to be a pharmacist, and he talks about how the dose of a substance determines if it's a
Ah,
medicine
mais
or
c'est
a
le
poison,
mec, c'est
which
le
is
mec
an idea
des
attributed to the
cubes.
real Paracelsus
Je
in
vois.
our world. So this basically confirms the name as a reference. The org he talks to has an interest in kinds of humanity and eternal life. They mention us as a kind of brother, or new humanity. Maybe we are a new kind of immortal or eternal being, this new human puppet life form that we have become. And this might be a reach, but his hair color is a bit like ours after being influenced by Sophia. And Sophia mentions her powers being time-related, which would tie into the themes about eternity. On the call, the voice notes that,
We'll have to get his arm back anyway.
which could be a reference to our mechanical arm, that's the first most obvious one, but I think that doesn't make sense, since we learn that the Legion arm is a creation
Moi,
of
je veux savoir
Geppetto
pour la
and
fille
modified
après.
by Vanini. It is more likely that the Eternals are talking about the arm of God, the item we get when we defeat Manus. This item let Mr. Eugenics, in some way, summon a godlike being in the sky, and its description talks about being a mysterious relic even to the alchemists. So, this mysterious organization of Eternals is likely interested in this God arm, and apparently they had it before if they want to get the arm back. Who or whatever that God is, this organization is likely closer to it than anything else in Krat, except maybe for one new character. Paracelsus ends his cutscene saying he will find another key to the organization.
Dorothy.
And
Voilà,
then the camera
Dorothy.
focuses on an obscured book. The design shown is the first edition cover of The Wizard of Oz, which has Dorothy as the main character. Then in a shot on the rooftops of Krat, we see someone walking in ruby slippers before they click their heels 3 times. This is another reference to Oz, where Dorothy must acquire the ruby slippers and click her heels 3 times to return to her home of Kansas. Maybe this Dorothy was scouting Krat out and is now returning to her home, which I'm assuming isn't plain old Kansas, but maybe that's her base of operations. This could be a reference to a DLC or a sequel, where more fairy tale characters come into play as part of the world of Eternals.
Oh, ce
A
serait trop
YouTube comment
bien.
I saw pointed out that Tin Man, one of the other main characters of Wizard of Oz, was looking for a heart, and a metal puppet
Oh, le
with a heart,
magicien
like the
d'Oz.
character we play as,
Comment
could fit
c'était
as that
creepy à
character.
regarder
Maybe
la
Dorothy
version
was
là,
scoping
l'image
us
qu'ils
out
montraient.
to possibly get
C'était
us to join her
horrible.
crew.
Les
We don't
maquillages,
know
les
what form
costumes
this
et
will
tout,
take,
mais
but with the Eternals organization
on en a
out there
bouffé quand
plotting
on était
something,
petites. Hein.
there's likely some grander conflict that we will learn about, and maybe be pulled into, whether that's by Dorothy, Paracelsus, or someone else. There is definitely some greater story that is being hinted at, but we will have to wait and see to learn what's really going on. And to wrap things up, the game lets us keep playing after the cutscenes and credits. We can see that everyone in the hotel is thankful that the trials of the game are over, and they're all real people in this ending, not puppets. Sophia leaves a note marveling that an ergo puppet can become a new form of human, that's us, and she says she will stay away for the time being. We get the option to jam out on the piano in the hotel, and we can also find another letter left by Paracelsus at his old location near the gold coin fruit tree. He expresses excitement at our development, and he talks about meeting on the eternal line of time. He signs off PP, which confirms that he is named after the real Philippus Paracelsus. The note about time again makes me think of Sophia when she talked about how her power is related to time, and this makes me think that the hair connection isn't so far-fetched. So there we have each of the endings of Lies of P explained. Let me know in the comments if you have any more questions about the
Bah,
endings that have been
en
left
vrai, bête de
unanswered.
résumé, hein. Bête de résumé. Moi, j'avais pas capté la dimension, Carlo, tout ça. En fait, il y a pas mal de documents qu'il a montré, genre, que j'aurais dû lire pour comprendre. Mais vous connaissez mon amour pour ce genre de truc. Moi, j'ai foncé tête baissée et on a joué au jeu, quoi. Bon, incroyable. Bam, 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 bam. Merci Oman pour le résumé. Putain, j'ai pas posté le lien. Je suis un connard. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bon, du coup, je pense qu'on va se faire un petit radio PUBG et on ira faire du vrooming un peu aussi. Parce que j'ai eu le top 1000 sur la 20. Un bon top 1000. Donc au moins avoir le petit run, quoi. On va se faire un petit radio PUBG. Je vais envoyer un message. Bam, bam. Et ce soir, on continue les aventures de Léon Lecon. Ce soir ou tout à l'heure. Je vais juste passer aux toilettes et on s'envoie le petit PUBG. Bon, j'espère que le petit Lies of P vous aura plu. On aura regardé un petit résumé sur la fin et tout. Le jeu était vraiment cool. Bon, à toutes.